Welcome back to Anything Goes Garage, part 2 of the Vetsky. Today we're going to get a bunch of stuff done. Get that tank out, a bunch of stuff off this car. Yeah. Lots of stuff. It's early in the morning, it's 7:25, I'm early to rise. Usually those things right there with the 4 legs, they got me up at 4 or 5 in the morning, so. Make a big breakfast and I go outside and I start on stuff while it's cool. It's supposed to be a balmy 80, 90 some degrees today. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna deal with it. I got big fans. We don't need air conditioning, right dogs? So, I'm gonna get to work on this. All right, for my next trick, gotta remove this spare tire thing. Get to the tank down. So, it's gotta come out. Remove me! Remove me! All right, enough shenanigans. Roll. Don't want to make this thing hit the ground. Alright. I believe they actually turn these bolts with your hand without a wrench and take things apart. Alright. The old piece of fiberglass spare tire carrier. Hopefully you can see this and it isn't blipping and blopping all over the place, but I believe this has the big joints in it. Does it have any grease fittings? No. Ooh, look at them wet shocks. I believe this has got a 370 rear in it. I'm gonna say the build sheet's gonna be on top of this fuel tank, but we're gonna find that out a little bit here, if it's there. I mean, look at that vent. It's not even have anything on it. It's not even crusty. Hubs. It's just so nice under here. I've had these out, rebuilt these, replaced these, replaced this, done the shafts, done the hubs, all the brakes. Yeah. And this is an easy one because it's not even worn. They haven't had time to warn. I mean, look at this thing. Look at the aluminum reinforcement for the bumper. The tags are on everything. The markings are still here. Amazing. Alright. Stop oogling the damn car and get back to work, damn it. Alright, so next I'm going to remove those 2 bolts. Those 2 bolts, I believe, which will drop that down. Also, I removed those 2 bolts. And I gotta be careful because I think that's the only thing that holds the tank up there, that and the filler neck. And I watch I don't pull none of that apart. So, yeah, here comes the fun part. I've done this before, but it's been a long time. So, we got one on each end to do yet, but I'm not gonna drop it. Nothing's moving yet, but it's probably got some tar strips up underneath there on the straps. I have to undo the sending unit and that gotta undo this vent. Let's clip down here, there. Sending unit's somewhere up on the top there. And anybody know why there's a light? This ain't license plate. Is it the light up? I'm gonna say it's the light up this area when you're changing a tire in the dark. I don't know. Kind of strange. It looks like a license plate light. I'm gonna say that's what it's for, but I don't know. Bleep bloop it in the comments if you Corvette guys know. Look at that. Long something turn is 2/1879. Made in USA. Alright, we're gonna let this thing down and see what we can do. Here is the tank access. Let me tell you, smell that. I mean, look, smell that. If you could smell that. If you know what really, really, really bad stale gas smells like, that's it. So there's 4 Phillips head screws that hold this in here. I'll have to get these out to get this ring out and drop this down to access anything. This ought to be interesting. There's the lid. Bingo. Close that up. Put this in a safe spot. Over here for now. We'll wrap this up with bubble wrap later and put it in boxes. This should now go down. I'm gonna pull off of here, one of the two. Jesus, been so. Uh-oh. I think it locked. Oh. Dang it. There it goes. Whew. Alright, so this is rubber. Yep, there's the sending unit. There's the top of it. So all those lines, oh, I remember these are a pain in the butt. Ho, 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 ho. They're all spring clamps too. Alright, well, this is going to be fun. So let me see if I can get in here. So this piece I pulled out of here is not a vent. It's a drain for the water. Now I remember, this stuff's coming back to me now when I have my car. Yes, my car, my 73 convertible. I wish I still had in a way, but maybe not. So I have to undo all these lines. Whew, I don't know. All right, we had the fun part of disconnecting all these 3 hoses and those spring clamps. All the electrical's undone. Now I'm gonna work on trying to drop it out the bottom, which ought to be fun because that tar tape or whatever they use, the insulation up there to keep it from vibrating on the bottom, usually sticks to it, and I'm sure that's nice and gummy. So now we're going to drop this. I'm gonna help this thing don't fall out. It feels like there's pressure on it. Dang, I don't know, I'm gonna have to get a pry bar because I can tell you one thing, that tar tape is stuck to the bottom of the tank and to that brace, and I need to get this thing close in case it decides to go flying. It should. Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Oh, it's got straps on top. Okay, okay. Now I get it. I gotta get this out first. This is really being fun. You guys are like bulls in a china shop. Yeah, this thing's got the tar on the bottom. There it goes. All right. I think there's something out. Oh, okay. Ah. Let me get you up in here if you can't see it. Because I'm not too familiar with all these Corvettes like some of you guys are. So, right there is the end of the strap that goes around the top of the tank that bolts up through the top of here. So this brace actually holds all that. And there's a piece of styrofoam. Huh. Guess that's some kind of noise thing. And there's that tar tape. Alright, so I may have to undo these straps on the top unless I could fish this thing through. Let me get a better flashlight. Straps are now unbolted and I'm going to push them through the holes. And the tar tape is still on top of that strap and it won't give up. I can't get the dang thing through. Oh, my, there it goes. All right, so those straps should drop down. But I gotta get, wow, it just sounds like a coating of tar inside that tank. Now I gotta get the drop down and I don't know what's holding this thing, so that's gonna be the fun part. Everything on top is disconnected. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, it's in there. Yes, I see it, just like I predicted. I don't like this. Why is this thing not coming out? Something is holding this. I think it's still got glue on it. Man, this thing is really fighting me. What do you think, Maggie? Am I doing this right? All right. Straps are about out of here. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to get banged in the face on one of these things. It's a spring foam. Alright. That's out. This will have to go back in. That's good. Hands will leave that alone. Alright. I want to bring you up here to show you the holy grail of some of the Corvettes around here. If you want to build an old Corvette, you pull the tanks down out of any of these Corvettes. There is one of the build sheets they put with the car. My 73 was on the tank too. So this is a commonplace. So I'm trying to drop this tank and it's stuck on top. I don't want to pull on it. I'm trying to drop this tank without tearing this, because this is like something you keep with the car or frame it and put it someplace safe. It tells you all the specifications of how the car was built along the assembly line. It's pretty cool. All right, she's going slowly but surely. I'm inching this thing out, and it's just got to go little by little. First of all, I don't want to destroy this build sheet, which is just about past the floor. And the other one is, I don't want to get fuel on me if it decides to come out one of those lines. It's trying to pinch that build sheet, and I don't want to rip it. And I can't get it off there because it's stuck right to the tank. Oh, wow. Man. Come on. Ooh, wow, not too much. Little too much. So, let me, all right. I think we got her. Aha, another hose. Yeah, it gives you enough slack though. Let me get a pair of pliers and pull that. Looks like a vent or return tube. Clear everything. Oh, there's a big piece of foam right here. Alright. Big piece of foam here. Keeps it from vibrating up on the body. Wow. Sure. Alright, here we go. And here we go. And here we go. There. Oh my. Alright, let me see if we can spin this around without hitting anything. And there she is. Look at that. Let me bring it in here. We have, here we are, one build sheet. A little ding in the middle, couldn't help that. That's all your date. Let's see, the car was made in St. Louis, Missouri. Patterson Chevrolet, 1170 Route 33, P.O. Box 8367, Trenton, New Jersey. It's now a Wawa. Great. Yeah, they tore that down a while ago. So this car was built in St. Louis, Missouri, and destined for Patterson Chevrolet. Dealer either ordered this or somebody else did. I think dealer ordered it like this. A51 bucket seat. This is the RPO codes. A51 is an RPO code. Then your description. And then it says, let me see, CC1 hatch roof, which is T-top. It's got a C49, which is a rear defogger. That's an option. The D1A is a particular speedometer gear for the gear ratio. Less adapter. They sometimes have to put adapters on them to slow them down. There's a sleeve, less key. 307 axle. Wow, economy axle. No kidding. Wow. Now this thing will be a gas miser. Oof. All right. It's got a 70 amp alternator. That thing is a monster, and it's a K73. RPO code L48 is a 350 4-barrel. L48, that was one of the designated 350s. L82 was the 350 with automatic only. You can only get an L48 with an M18 4-speed, which is your Borg-Warner Division 4-speed. Standard emissions, 255 6015 radials, heavy duty battery, radio, AM and FM, stereo provisions, standard antenna, auxiliary rear speakers, license plate mount. It's got a oyster interior, oyster leather with black lower, black upper, front spring, and it says 6 HD front spring, front 7 HD front spring. So that's pretty much everything. It tells you GVWR 3879 this car weighs. Wow. No kidding. Gross vehicle weight. Lewis Car Line Chevrolet, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. That is beautiful. Now that there has to be carefully, I don't know how we're going to get this thing off. It's got glue to the back and it's going to end up tearing it. But we will get this off and give it to the owner and he can look at it. So he enjoy this. A nice little piece. I'm sure there's another one underneath the seat. Usually they pack them all through the car, under the seats, front seats usually. So there may be one more in here. I've seen G-body Oldsmobiles and stuff come with 3, 4. Certain models, they just throw them in there. Some put them under a headliner, whatever. So, all right, let's try to peel this off. All right, so success on getting this kind of mangled a little bit, but they slopped this glue on here. It's been on here since 1979, late 79, early 80, right there. I managed to get it off. So this is basically its little birth certificate. I'll give it to the owner and he can frame it and keep it with the car. All right, the bolts are out of the sending unit. Let's see what's underneath this. Door number 1 here in this fuel tank. I bet you it's gonna stink the neighborhood up. It sounds like it's undercoated underneath this thing. Whew, tank don't sound tinty when you hit it. Oh God. Well, the sending unit survived. Whew, man. All right. Actually, the sending unit's actually not bad. Let's see if this thing works. Kind of works. A little gummy. Let's get a light and look inside that tank. Put this someplace safe. Alright. Oops, sorry. Well, looky here. It's got a plastic liner in it. There's very little fuel in here, actually. I don't know why it sounds like it's tinted, covered with something. It's plastic lined. Wow. Huh. Yeah, it's got the consistency of 30 weight oil. But actually, oh, there's some trash back there. Yeah, we're not going to mess with this. We'll just get a new one. I am not messing around with that. No. Phew. 90 degrees, 91. A little bit of air movement. Doors open. Wow. All right. Day 2 of receiving parts for Vetsky. Hi Panzer. What you doing, buddy? Hi Maggie. Can we guess what we got in the boxes today for the Vetsky? Corvette Central. I'm gonna say fuel tank. Can you say fuel tank, boys and girls? I almost couldn't. Hold on, let me put my cold snack down. I wonder what this is gonna be. Knife. Knife. What you got, puppy? Cardboard again? Let's see. We've got dun 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 dun. All right. Could be a sending unit. Pickup. Yes, gas tail tank meter. Okay. Or AKA sending unit. And a big old piece of licorice. This is a gas neck overflow hose assembly. Another piece of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Ah, gas tank straps, brand new. And more paper. And more paper. And more paper. Come on now. More paper. Parts? Come on, come on. More paper. Oh! And look at that. That's a trick. Pulling that one out of my box. And we have a, what is this little nipple? Let's see, gas neck overflow hose nipple. Okay, this goes in, oh, here we go. That goes in the back of the car. This goes in there, and this goes on there. It's basically a drain to keep the water out of the cap and everything. Oh, another thing. Oh, gas tank mount anti-squeak pad. Sweet. Hello? Anything else in there? Oh, there's a, what do you call it? A receipt, and it's stuck in the flap. Guess I'm gonna have to access it from the other end, but we got parts. We are good. Yep. Let's get this stuff put away. All right, so we are gathering parts. So we're waiting on a bunch of other stuff, the brakes, rotors, brake pads. That should all come as a kit. AFR heads are ordered. I think they're 2 months out. And then we'll go from there. I'm going to work on this motor soon. There's a bunch of other stuff he ordered. I'm not sure yet. So as we go, I think I'm going to start. The next order comes in that I open up and put out here. I think I'm going to start putting this car together, like the shocks, and put the tank in, do some, get ahead of the game. I don't have to do this all at once. Not like it's a rush or nothing, but yeah, this thing's going to be nice. Really nice. I wish we could do injection on it, but I think he ordered a, carburetor. I know it was a Holly. I think we're doing a 650 double pumper, so maybe I'll see if he wants to buy an ATM or something. I don't know. So a little hot one today. Airing the shop out. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Oh, I have to fix my 68 Chevelle. I took it to work today. It made it to work. Didn't make it out of the parking lot though. I mean, it didn't break down, but I heard cling, clang, clang, clang. What the heck was that? And it bounced off the bottom of the car, and I pull over just as I got to the highway, and I look, and there's the power steering pump laying on the ground. Like, oh boy. The nut backed off the front, and it's on, those are on a key, and they're not tapered like the newer ones. The pulley was laying next to the car, but the nut was gone. So I just took the belt off and put the water pump belt back on it, and I brought it home. So I gotta find a power steering pump shaft nut for it now. So, you know, it's like every time I take something out, something's got to break, or it shakes itself to death. We'll fix it. It's got a full tank of fuel. I'm driving that thing this week. I'll tell you that right now. Especially in this beautiful day we're having. It's supposed to get in the 90s again, which is fine. It's almost summer, but it's just so beautiful. Got the puppies. We got stuff. We got projects. All right, we're out here before we start on that Vetsky, looking at the 68 396 and the 69 Chevelle still a good car. Small block, automatic, air conditioned. That one don't have all the options, but it does have the big boy in it with the 4 gear in it and the 3rd pedal. Beautiful looking cars. Almost everything is interchangeable on these cars. It's amazing. Pretty much are. Subtle differences. A couple bolt holes moved, but I got a couple things on my car that are actually from a 69, but you can't tell. All right, here's an update on that 69 Chevelle. I got this all finished up now. It's got a breather now. The PCV's on that side. There's a breather on this side. He doesn't want to do anything with the AC. The speedometer's 10 mile an hour fast, but I don't have any gears, and he said don't worry about it. He doesn't go out much with it anyway. Cleaned it up, gave it a bath, did the wheels. I think she's ready to go home. Got more fuel on her. Took her for a nice long ride yesterday, and it ran good. I just don't like the solid motor mounts in this thing. It just feels horrible through the car. That's supposed to ride like really nice, and it just vibrates through the chassis so bad. He says there's something wrong with the motor. It's got a it feels like it's got a vibration in it, but it's just, my Granada is the same way, solid motor mounts, and it just vibrates through the car and gives it this resonance that's just horrible. Just for this little cruiser, this should have just regular motor mounts, but like I say, he doesn't want to do nothing with it. It's not a big deal. It's his car. Yeah, so now he's got his cruiser, and I'm gonna call this thing done, and I load up the hinges, which is really nice. So that'll conclude that project until he wants to upgrade to something else. All right, so Sunday, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I want to work on that again. It's supposed to be in the 90s again. That needs to be outside to work on that. It's too hot out in the sun. I do have lots of parts for this Corvette. We're gonna start on that soon. And still waiting on brakes. All right, well, next project.